Speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, another update on my Terrain Square circle for the competition, which is being sponsored by Inside Out Terrain. So if you haven't done so already, please go and check their Facebook page out. A link is in the description below. Okay, so I've been continuing on painting my piece of terrain, and I've primarily been going in and finishing up all of the symbols, the Necron symbols. So let's have a closer look. Right, starting with the barricades. First of all, the TT combat barricades, which I painted, as you can see, there's like a gold and silver colour. My Necron terrain is quite clean looking terrain, so I don't tend to weather it too much. But yeah, I painted the silver here with methyl silver, and then I went over with a black wash, which I did on all of the symbols that were silver. And then the gold I painted in shining gold, and I went over with a flesh wash. On the back there we've got a silver symbol. So I've finished up all of those. Let's just put those down into place. Just zoom out again. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, then I worked on the laser cut card pieces of barricades, and that is them. You'll notice these are totally different from how they were before. If you remember, I tried to cut a corner and basically not glue in all of those small little dots. I thought it would look alright. Once I started painting it silver though, it didn't look right at all. It looked really odd. So well, actually I made another error as well, because what I did is I finished the green before I painted the silver, and I said once I started painting the silver, I remembered I actually paint the silver first before I do the dry brush of green, because it's very awkward and the silver tends to go over the green sections. So yeah, I went in, basically did all the silver, then I went in and glued all the little dots in, and then I tidied up all the little areas that went over onto this green, painted them black and then green, and then I re-dry brushed it all. So quite a lot of work to get those back to how I want them, but I think it was worth it. I think they look a lot better with those little circles on. So yeah, finished up all of those, so let's just put those into place. So those barricades are all finished. What I need to do now is glue them onto the base. And then once I've done that, I'm going to add some more sand to the edges, like in front of the barricades where you would have sand. Okay, so that's those. I then started work on the other pieces. So let's have a look at the generator things. So if I can get it to focus. There we go, focus. Right, so you can see I painted the symbols. Decided to go for the larger symbols in silver and then the small ones in gold. And pretty happy with them. I think they look pretty cool. The other half of this section of the terrain, which is just there, painted the symbol in the gold colour. I still have to go in and do the sort of green effect just on that section of the generator, but this is how it's looking at the moment. So it's going to be on there. Once I glue that on, I'm going to put obviously sand all over the base, but that is how that one's looking. And of course we have one and we have two of those. Okay, so that was that. We're going to go on to the tubes now. Why not? Okay, I'm going to have to go freehand here, but let me just put the tubes into place. Okay, so that is how the tubes are looking. So again, I went in with methyl silver just on these symbols, gave them a little wash of black. Nothing too heavy, just to tone down the silver slightly. And of course, when painting all of these, it's not just a case of painting just the top. There is the inside and outside edge of the symbol to be painted as well. And it took me 2 coats on all of the silver and all of the gold. Down the bottom of that piece, as you can see, I've got those little gold sections there. I've actually placed the crystals into here, and of course there's going to be a crystal in the top, and I think it looks really cool. I'm not going to show you that now because I want to save that for the showcase video. But really happy with that. I have decided that I'm not going to paint any areas here silver or anything. I'm just going to literally leave that as it is. I think it looks pretty cool, and yeah, I'm very happy with it. So that is how that piece is looking just there. Right, moving on then to the obelisk. So this is how the obelisk is looking. Let's just pop this in here, might as well. So I've gone in, and at the bottom there, as you can see, I've duplicated the idea on those little generators. I've done silver and gold symbols, the large section silver, the small section gold. Now I've been and ahhing what to do with the central piece of that symbol. Had a couple of suggestions, things like maybe paint it light green. All my other obelisks are painted with silver in that area, but it's a huge like flat area in that central piece, and I just think it's going to look really odd painted silver. So what I've decided to do is I mean, it is unique, I've only got one. So what I was thinking of doing was basically making this piece more of a ghostly look. So what I was going to do was, of course, I've already done the highlights of the green to my maximum highlight that I do on all of my normal Necron terrain. But what I was going to do with this one, I was going to go one step further and just try and make this like central section here just glow a little bit more to make it look a little bit more ghostly. And I think that will finish the piece off quite nicely. So that's the plan. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave that central section, and I think with a little extra glow, I think that will just finish it off, as I said, quite nicely. So that is that piece there. So lastly, we have the pylon, stroke sentry pylon, which is here. Now, I haven't, to be fair, done a huge amount with this one, but what I have done is I've given those recesses just there 2 coats of black wash just to blacken them in, just to start to bring a little bit more detail to the piece. So I've still got quite a lot of work to do on this thing here, mainly on the gun. I'm going to be doing this like all green in here, but it should look pretty cool when it's finished. So that is it. That's exactly how far I've got. I said quite a good amount of work there done, but I think it's starting to look pretty cool. Just trying to go to wide angle if I can. I think it's as wide as I can go. There you go. Let me just lean back on the chair. So there you go. Yeah. Next up, I am going to glue those onto the circle. I'm going to put the sand on there. I'm going to finish the pylon, that needs some work. I'm going to do the ghost effects on the obelisk, and they need to do the green effects on that. Glue that on, put some sand on there. So I'll be back with one more video before the final showcase, just to show you a little bit more of the progress that I've made, and then I'll be nearly finished. Okay, so that is it for this update. I really hope you like what I've done. Keep up the awesome work on your pieces of terrain, and yeah, watch out for the next video.